One of the important aspects of gauging the damage being done to the world's ecosystems by climate change is knowing the current status of those systems. So a Britain-based charity is about to embark on a 7-week expedition to gauge the health of one of the world's few remaining pristine reefs. VOA's Kevin Enochs reports.
According to the nonprofit Coral Guardian, coral reefs host about 25% of all the ocean's biodiversity. They also serve as a natural barrier to protect shorelines from punishing storms and waves. But we're losing them.
We've seen mass coral bleaching taking place with an increasing frequency and increasing severity. And we're seeing all sorts of other impacts on marine life. And that's now. If we allowed the temperature to rise to 2 degrees, then we can pretty much wave goodbye to coral reef ecosystems, and indeed we will probably lose many other types of marine habitat and many species as well.
Experts say the problem is warming waters, due in part to human activities that contribute to overall climate change.
We've seen a global movement of marine life in order to try and track the temperatures that organisms like to live in. They're moving to the north or to the south, away from the equator.
To better understand what's happening to our reefs, the British nonprofit Necton is about to head to the Seychelles, off the coast of Africa, to assess these mostly healthy reefs. The team will make a series of dives on board the submersible to better understand what's going on in these reefs.
It's really vital that we go literally out there and see, for example, how are coral reefs affected by all these CO2 emissions, and which causes acidification and essentially causes the destruction of coral reefs.
The mission will allow the team to understand not only shallow reefs, but also the deeper reefs that are still something of a mystery.
So it will be really interesting to go out there and actually see, in Seychelles in particular, which is one of the places which is relatively pristine still, to see if the effects of climate change are actually evident on the shallow coral reefs, and especially on the deeper reefs that so far no one looked before.
Alex Rogers, an Oxford professor working with Necton, says the information is vital, because saving the coral reefs and combating climate change is something the world has to tackle.
We have to make a decision whether we go down a pathway of behaving responsibly, or we can continue on the pathway which we're currently on, in which case we're going to see probably a geological scale extinction in the ocean. And it's as simple as that.
The 7-week expedition begins in March.